By the way, Donald Knutson colluded against my birthday. Making me 23 years older than what I am. I'm only 17 years old, Knutson. Yeah, that whole Black Lotus thing and every card. Yeah, had some collector back in like 2004 dump slews of fucking Magic the Gathering cards. Like probably 1,050 cards or 1,500,000 cards are right there on the table. It nibbles and bites. So go ahead and talk to Jim, the owner of Nibbles and Bites, previous owner, and say, these cards. What was the real year that she was giving these cards? I'll tell you, 2004. And I was only a year old. And I get given all those cards and could speak perfect English. Mm-hmm. Yep. And he dumped a whole shit ton of cards on the table. Because, see, the year was actually 2009. But they had the colluded year, 2004. And then it was colluded again, dating back to the 90s. But the actual year, 2009, is when he dumped. The boxes were bigger than this, bigger than this, bigger than this. Okay, and he had like 4 or 6 of them full, completely stacked. Boom, dumped it all over the fucking table. The table was fucking 8 foot long by 2 foot wide, and the cards were all over every inch of that table, stacked that fucking high minimum. Okay, it was a lot of fucking cards. Force of Wills, Black Lotus was out the wazoo. I mean, this player had a heart for me and said, "Nope, we're giving you every fucking card." He'd been collecting since Alpha Beta, since the first set. There were 8 collector's edition Black Lotuses, mint condition. Every card was in mint condition, and I kept them that way. Mm. I had so many cards, I could open up a fucking card shop and a half. Donald Knutson was scared of that. So he colluded with Carol to get me to sell my cards because he knew that I was more reputable than him and I would tank his business when I got to the bottom of it. Thing by selling everything undercut from him. So I would undercut his prices by at least 25%, forcing him to lower everything in his card shop to 50% if he wanted to stay in business. And I'm taking his customers left and right in my business because I offer a bigger payout than he does on fucking cards. Dude, cash wise, I'm willing to pay out like 80%. Trade wise, you get 90. And I'm still making money and I'm still happy because you're bringing me your bitter blossom. And I go there worth 40. Here's 30 cash right out the deal. Everybody's happy. Everybody's making money. So they wait till Black Friday, pick up a slew of fucking cards coming to me. Yeah, we'll take all those bitter blossoms and give you $30 a piece on every bitter blossom. We're dumping our till. Here you go. Here's like 500 grand. Give me all your Black Lotus, all your fucking shit. And here's like 500 grand. And then I turn around, get them graded and shit, and put them in the case for like $10,000 on a grade 10 Lotus. And it's 10,000 cheaper graded than the actual Black Lotus and the real Lotuses. At 10, and I'm selling for 20,000. I'm selling them for $10,000, and there's a $20 price tag on Black Lotus alone. If it's graded, it's worth more. I sell the graded ones for less because they fly out the store that way. What's it cost me? $20 to send 20 of them in. Okay, and I'm giving Black Lotus. I'm giving $8,000 on a Black Lotus, and they're fucking happy. And I get them back, a plethora of them, and I book them in my case for 10 grand a piece. I'm making 2 grand on every Lotus. I don't really give a fuck. Then drops the price of the Gem 10 Lotus. And then Donald Knutson's like, fuck, I gotta go out of business. I'm like, congratulations, dipshit. I'm still in business, and I thank you now. We're raising the price for the Black Lotus again now that you're bankrupt, Donald Knutson, and cannot open up another card shop until your debt is satisfied with federal government. And I'm opening up a card shop online on one of the online websites. So please, faithful loyal readers, tell me where I can open up my own card shop online other than eBay. Give me some ideas on some sites that I can sell my cards on that don't break the law, that are legitimate websites, like eBay. Okay, that's the only one that I know, eBay. Um, there might be other sites I can't sell on Facebook because somebody blocked my Facebook account. Okay, somebody hacked my account. Change the username, the password. It's one of Donald Knutson's hires that did it. Portraying to be Taylor Momsen from Pretty Reckless. Yep. So, Mommy Arlene, Mommy Taylor Momsen, somebody is fucking portraying you. And they're saying that they're my mama. Mm-hmm. So I sent her a pic of my new chest because I wanted to prove that I was her daughter. Because she confessed that she's my mom. I said, "Are you sure you're your mom?" "Yeah, I'm your mom." "Okay, I'm gonna prove that I'm your daughter. Here's a picture of my chest." She goes, "Nice breath." Her exact words. But I made sure she was my mom before I sent her that breast pic. And I'm not sure if she is the real Taylor Michael Mumson or she's just an imposter. But I was under the impression that I was talking to the real Taylor Michael Mumson, the Pretty Reckless singer that's 27 years old. That's the only reason why I sent it to her. I wasn't trying to get dirty or nasty. I was trying to prove I'm her daughter. I was trying to prove that, yeah, the hormones that I'm on and they're real female breasts. They're not male breasts turning into female. No, they are female breasts. Because when you're male to female, your breast will sag. When you're female to female, your breast pokes straight out. And mine pokes straight out. I'm not giving you dimension sizes, whatnot. It's none of your business. Okay? And not to cover up evidence or whatnot, I'm being 100% honest. Somebody tells me something, take things on face value because I have developmental disabilities, mental retardation, cross dominance, dyslexia, a Down syndrome, mental retardation, autism, and Tourette syndrome. I don't even like showing my body because there's blotches all over my skin. It looks nasty. So, or I think it looks nasty anyway. So I don't like showing my skin. This is how I like showing my skin, like this, completely clothed. I don't wear Daisy Dukes. I don't wear shit like that. If I wear a dress, it's full length to the ground. If I wear a skirt, it's full length to the ground. And anybody that wants to send me something, send me a letter where you live and say, hey, or a mailing address where you want the mail sent to and say, hey, here's a check for $250. I'd like to get a box of your card game. And here's an extra $300. Will you please sign every card? I'd be like, sure, not a problem. For $550, yeah, here's every card signed, and it's signed Marilyn Monroe. Bink! And there you go. Now you got fucking 300 cards signed Marilyn Monroe. Then you send them in, and you get them Gimmet graded, and they're like 8.5 to 10 grade. Then you're booking them online for like $150,000. You're happy. You paid $300 for the box and an extra $300 or $250 for the box, extra $300 for signatures. I signed every card for you, and you're turning around selling each card for between $100,000 and $150,000, $50,000, and you got 300 going for the same fucking thing. So this is my rendition to you. Do business with me. Give me your mailing address where you want your product mailed to and cut me a fat check, and I have no problem sending you a shit and a signed card out of my card game. And I'll make it fair. If you only got a couple $100, hey, I'd like to get a box. I'm like, okay, cool. When you have the extra 50, just kick it to me. I'm pretty cool, pretty reasonable with that. And if you only have 150 and you're on Social Security and you give me a sob story, yeah, you're getting that box for 150. I'm not money motivated. Money is just paper with dead presidents on it. It doesn't have a value until you put currency behind it. Make sense? Like, there was no money back in the day. It was all trading and selling for good. I mean, trading and bartering for goods. So, I mean, that's the way it was. There was no mighty dollar. It was, I need a beer. Do you have anything for trade? Oh, that nice little belt buckle of yours looks really nice. Why don't you trade that belt buckle, and I'll give you 10 free beers, or I'll give you a couple pitchers. Sure, here you go, here you go. And money was done that way. I think we need to go back to those days. Because everything was fair back then. People treated each other right. There was no murders, there was no conspiracy, there was no nothing, because there was no way to pay it off. Makes sense to me. Let's go back to the olden days. Feel me? If you're with me on this, and you're ready to make it a cashless fucking society, shit, I got barter trade for days if we make it a cashless society. Like, all of a sudden, Magic the Gathering cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Final Fantasy, my game, and all of a sudden it's card for card. Like, I trade my Solomon Who Talks Today, it's straight across for Black Lotus. I'm happy, they're happy. You know, you got to come up with barter trade for a fucking card manufacturer. Just say, hey, I'll create these cards for you, this game for you, and you print out these cards for me from this other game. Fair trade. So they get their own card game, you get your own card game. You're saying, hey, I need about 50,000 of these, and here's what I'll do for you. You send me the cards that I gave you the card game in file, and I will sign all of them, Marilyn Banco Monroe, and I'll give them back to you, or Marilyn Monroe. I'll send them back. I'll send the signatures back to you with the e-files. You send me 50,000 cards, shit like that. That's the way money currency should work, based on goods, not on a piece of paper with that president. Should be based on goods. Like, what do you have that interests me? Okay, let's do it that way. Do you have Black Lotuses? I mean, that interests me. Do you have Blue Black Fairies deck that you want to part with? That interests me. I'll kick you down 3-4 sets for a complete fairies deck. 3-4 sets. Okay, but it's got to be the net build of fairies for modern. I'm taking a fairies deck that, like, I'm not gonna let you rip me off and make it be all commons and uncommons fairy net. No, it's gonna be the standard net deck where it has 4 ancestral vision, 4 cryptic commands, 4 bitter blossoms. It's got Vendilion clicks times 3, Mistbind clicks times 4, Cyanomonas times 4, Spell Surge Brights times 4. It's got 4 Thoughtseize. It's got 4 uh, nameless inversions, and it's got the rest lands, and they're all dual lands and fetch lands and shit. That type of deck with a 15 card board, uh, that could be all commons. I don't care as long as I got the net fairies version. I'm not into. It could be a world champions deck fairies that you spend $20 on. You send that to me. Holy shit! I will send you 4 sets of my card game. That's fair currency. It only costs you $20, but in my eyes, that's a fairies deck. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm concerned with. I want all my fucking decks back. That's why I'm created this game, so that I could get every one of my Magic the Gathering cards back. Feel me? I'm not interested in the almighty dollar. Fucking give me something that means something to me. Fucking Jennifer Banco, if you want a couple boxes, send me a signed copy of Friday the 13th Part 7 New Blood and a signed copy of Poltergeist Part 2. Multiple copies of each. Get them for free. Send them to me. Like 10 copies of each. Sign. There's 4 boxes right in your pocket. They can turn around and sell for $250 a box. If I'm giving you $1,000 and you're giving me something that means more than that to me. For real. So I sell about 6 copies of it, get that 10,000 back, and then I produce more cards. And they're like, hey, I'd like to have 10,000 sets. I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's gonna cost you like 40 Friday the 13th, Part 7 New Blood, signed movies, 40 Poltergeist Part 2, signed movies, 40 Blair Witch Part 2, Book of Shadows, signed movies, and then you're signing your other movies and get the other family members to send me their memorabilia. So then I open up a Hollywood store called Hollywood Plus. The Plus, okay, there's already Hollywood Hustler or Hustler Hollywood. There's Hollywood this, Hollywood that, but there's no Hollywood like Plus, and I want to create that. And every movie in there will be mint graded, appraised, and it'll have the signatures of the movie stars. We'll also carry signed posters of Marilyn Monroe in there. Grandma. And I will sign those pictures. Granddaughter, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, now you got two Marilyn Monroe signatures. One from the grandmother and one from the granddaughter, me. Now we're talking about an $80,000 proposition. Or more. Okay, makes sense. Give me something that's of monetary value that you have that you want to part with because it's just collecting dust, but that's worth some money. Okay, that's any fair value that would be $250. Give me something that I could instantly sell for $250. You'll get a box for that, and that way you don't have to give me money. Give me that item. But before you give me that item, you send me a picture of that item, send me the appraisal rate on that item, and then like I got 1,800 cards and 250 cards in each box. So I got 500, 1,000, 1,500. I got about three boxes. I mean, I got about five. That'd be two, four, six. I have about five boxes right now. So you give me something that I can turn around, flip that money, and I get another 36 sets, let's say. I mean, 3,600 cards, which would be 10, 20, 30, so that's six, like seven sets. And then you send me more shit, and I printed 72 sets, so 200 cards. And I produce, like 14,000 cards, which is like pretty much 20 sets. Yeah, and you're sending them to me, and you're getting your collection, you're building it up. Because in the end, when I start running pro qualifiers and stuff, that's a you buy in for $50, or you give me something that's worth 50, and you're automatically in the tournament. And then prize support, you may get your item back that you gave to me. But we're only placing the places down to top eight. Why? Why? If there's 1,000 participants and it's only down to top eight, because you're getting big prize payout. The most prize payout that a game has ever seen. Like I'm giving probably 60% and collecting 40% cash in prize pool. So you're paying 50 times times 1,000. You're paying me $50,000, and you're gonna get like about 35,000 back. 60%, 65%, something like that in prizes. Down to top eight. Everybody else might get a random. Down to 64. Top 64th place. Everybody from 9th to 64th place gets a random. One random. It's got artwork on it, fully drawn. With the artist's signature. So then you're participating in more tournaments to get more of the freebies and everything else. And during these tournaments, I might decide, hey, I want like 3,000 playmats, and I'm gonna make these playmats out of like felt. So then I cut a piece of felt out the side of the playmat with rounded corners, and every player gets one. You know, like so that your cards slide on easily to the fucking playmat and a stick, and then you lift it up, bing, and it comes off. Every tournament, you're mandated to run sleeves, card deck protectors on every card, and you're mandated to have a deck box. The reason why? Your deck goes in that deck box after your match. After the match, say at random, I need to do a deck check. Hand me your deck, please. Hand me your deck box. You're running 17 characters. Let's review your deck list. Oh, you're only running 16 characters on. You're trying to slide a win in. No, you're automatically disqualified. Yep, and I would be one that would disqualify a player for some shady shit like that. It's not a game loss, match loss. No, that's an automatic disqualification. You were trying to cheat to gain money. So then there could be pending criminal charges for that. On top of it, I run my game clean. There are age brackets 17 and under and 18 and up. And I'm not there for the tournament with the minors. I'm only there with the adults. And nobody under the age of 18 is allowed where I am running the tournaments. You slide a fake ID, dude, that's an automatic. You cannot, you're banned from tournaments for a year if you pass the fake ID. And I catch it. You're banned from tournaments for a year. Next time, you're banned indefinitely. I give one warning. The second time, you're completely banned for life from tournaments, and we blacklist you from every tournament in your city. Go out the city, that's fine. As soon as I catch wind of it, you're banned in that city too. And we just keep banning you and banning you and banning you until you can't participate in tournaments, and you're like, fuck, what do I do now? Play state. That's basically all you can do. Anyways, this is my rendition. I run everything reputable. Don't believe that I'll give you fucking. Let me show you. If you don't believe that I will kick you down this many cards for a commodity, all of them signed, okay, with a little thanks for being a fan on there, which augments it as well. Thank you for being a fan, Marilyn Monroe signature. If you don't believe that you'll get that many cards signed and augmented, you got another thing coming. Because if you give me the right price of a commodity that you have without paying cash, you will literally get this many cards. That is a half a fucking box right there. That each one signed Marilyn Monroe, Michael Dean Barry, and has like a little doodle on it or something, or maybe has a word crossed out. It says one and it's crossed out. So leak cards off the top of your library, and you just name a number. So like I'm gonna leak every card, and it's viable and legal in tournament, which makes that card worth the most money ever. Okay. So then you can have viable decks. You can have like, and they're viable tournament legal if you do that for major tournaments. Can't run it at like a Friday night event, but like at a major tournament, yeah, you can run those cards all day long that are augmented. And the augment is the same for every fucking player. If they have the card and they want it augmented at the tournament, it's $5 per an augmentation. $10 for a signature because my signature is Michael Dean Barry, 5 for that, and Marilyn Monroe, 5 for that. Now you have a card signed by Michael Dean Barry, Marilyn Monroe. Now you can list that card on eBay or whatever site for $100,000 because it's got Marilyn Monroe's signature on it. So it's up to you. You're the main call on whether or not you want free cards and shit like that in exchange for a commodity that would mean something to me. Let me tell you what means something to me. I like Final Fantasy trading card game. I like Magic the Gathering. I like Xbox 360s that work. They don't have the Rings of Death. I like Magic the Duel of Planeswalkers for that system. I like prepaid credit cards that have money on them, so that way I can buy goods off of eBay. And I don't care how much the money is, as long as it's not $1 and you're trying to jack. No, it's even face value for even face value, even dollar amount for the even dollar amount. If you got a deck, Blue Black Fairies, and it's a $10,000 deck, yeah, I'll send you the cards, and I'll be like, wait a second, wait until I sell this cards out of this deck, and then I'll print up more cards, and I'll give you equal value. Or you can give me cash, either or, doesn't matter. I just want to get the fuck out of my situation and have items to put in a store. Why? Because I believe in working a legitimate job. Based on that, everybody should pretty much now be my friend and not be like colluding, conspiring, trying to kill me, this and that and the other. Feel what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and line that fucking profession up. Also, let me show you what else I created. Okay? So if you want a copy of this, Cult the Awakening, Book of Shadows Part 2 by Marilyn Monroe, rated NC-26. That means you must show valid ID that shows that you're over the age of 26. And I will be happy to kick you one of these bad boys. These are the demo ones, so these are worth the most money. And there's only two. And I'm asking for $50 in currency. Either currency be paper money or currency be something that would mean something to me. Along with shipping and handling. You're going to pay shipping and handling either way. But if you send me something that means something to me, and the $5 to put in a all you can pack a box, trust me, you're going to get more than just that DVD. Okay, that other portion is a surprise. That's why I'm asking for $50 for that. Let me give you a hint. If you do exactly what I'm asking, you will get some of these bad boys. These book for $25 a pop. My own original artwork. Okay? There is no copyright infringement allowed on this shit. It's cheating. It's stealing. What does the Holy Bible say about theft and cheating? Thou shalt not. So, follow the Bible. It's a Christian game. Follow Christianity. Okay? And you might get 10 of them. You might get one. You might get 5. You might get 20. I don't know. Depends on how fair you're going to be about that, about those two releases. Those are the only two in existence like that. So you have got your choice. You can send me money or you can send me a commodity. You get more bees, or you get more sugar with bees than you do vinegar. Sugar for me is a commodity that was worth a lot. A vinegar would be sending me cash like 45 and you're expecting me to $50 DVD for 45 and I'm like, oh, that was shady. Especially when it's an original release, pre-release DVD. 55 minutes long. Don't believe me? Call and order it. Can be played in a computer that I know of. Might be able to be played on your DVD player, but for the most part, you can play it on your computer. 55 minutes long. You go into the video, don't click on the Occult the Awakening, click in the video, and then click on Occult the Awakening. That is how you will find that DVD on there. I'm asking for 50 in currency. Not necessarily USD, but currency. Something that would mean a lot to me. Maybe you build me that blue-red Land Destruct deck. It has the Collation Relics, the Rites of Flame, the Seething Songs, the Stone Rains, the Boomerangs. It had Reality Strobe. It had Paradox Haze. It had Shivan and Wampus. Like, build me that deck. Like, I would love to have something like that. It guarantees wins every time. Mono green L's, yeah, I would take that in a heartbeat with Imperious Perfect, St. Rogue Wild Speakers. Oh, dude, I would go ape shit over shit like that. Start sending me the magic cards, the Magic the Gathering collections. I'll make it right by you. I might even release more than just those, 15 max, and then you got original copies, and then the rest are have professional labels on them and shit. And you got the original copy, the hard copy, because see, I have everything stored on a thumb drive, both movies. And then I have acting movies, like teaching you how to do acting right. The 4 elements of acting: laughing, crying, sad, and depressed. And I teach you how to do it right, where it looks real, but it's actually staged. You gotta let your emotions wrap up. That's the key to those 4 elements. They've gotta legitimately be building up. And then that's when you kick off the acting, but you amplify it up like 1 or 2 pulled more. It makes it look real. Anyways, on my YouTube videos, no, when I'm saying I'm crying, I'm legitimately crying. I'm not acting. Okay? But it's up to you. So everything's up to you. Your response is my response. Put it that way. Thank you.